I started my farming journey in March 2020 with just 3 pigs. This I know is a humble beginning, but it was very rewarding in the end. In the first year, it wasn't easy as I faced a lot of challenges, which include how to formulate the right feed for the animals, as well as also managing the health aspect of the animals on the farm. So with the feed, I didn't know what I was doing at all. So anything I picked, I gave it to these animals to enjoy. If they eat and keep quiet, I think I did the right thing, but that was not it. In the first year, I was messing up left and right, back and forth. But at the end of it, it taught me that for this farming to work for me, I need to be very patient enough and have this kind of spirit of dedication to always show up for the animals. And that was also the moment where I used to build my character in caring for these animals. I made a lot of mistakes, and one of it include me trying to expand the farm at a very rapid pace. Anytime my pig came in heat, I wouldn't allow the heat period to pass, but I would fast forward, release the animal to the male for mating. And you know what happens after that? More piglets to be added. I don't have any income source to supply feed to these animals on a regular basis. So feeding became a major challenge to me, and that led me to feeding this inferior quality feed to the pigs. I go to these mailing shops, get the feed, sometimes from the downside of it, and you can see that sometimes they have just swept and added sand to it. But I collect all of them because my resources were not enough for me to do it. But I've also wanted to always increase my farm. So it got me to stress a lot on the farm, especially when the feed is about to finish. I look around, no feed. There's no other option for me than to go in for the cheap ones. And you know what that means? The animals were not growing. You could see 8 months pig still looking like a 3 months old pig. I was very sad. To even worsen the case, a buyer one time came to a farm and was buying a pig that I raised for 8 months. He was buying it for 400 Ghana cedis. I nearly cried on the farm. But if personally I were to buy the pig myself, that was the exact amount I'll buy it because this pig was very small and the age was not corresponding with the size of the pig. So the buyer was right in this sense. So the expansion was not done right. And also coming to talk about the health aspect, where I am located, I was the only one who was into this intensive farming and keeping pigs indoors with the exotic breeds. The available pigs were just the local ones, free range. They roam about, come back and sleep. The next day they get up early morning, they leave again, they come back when they need. But man pigs were always indoors, and with that, it means I needed to implement some sort of veterinary services inside there. So I called a veterinarian to come and assist me with my animals. And due to the nature of the location, about 90 kilometers away, so he refused to come. For me to have him, he has to increase his prices because my animals were not also that many. So he didn't see the need to ride all this distance just to come and treat about 15 animals. So he was reluctant to come, so I had to double the price and give it to this man before he would come there and do the treatment for me, which he did. So from there, I started monitoring this man anytime he came there. Well, he came there for like 3 times. So I started monitoring him anytime he came there, monitor what he's doing. After that, I also go back and do something small on the internet, visit some lectures, start hunting for knowledge about these animals. And this led me to make friends with some animal science lecturers who taught me about feeding and as well as some basic vaccination methods. And it's what when I get, I also share with you on this channel. So in my first year, I spent a lot, particularly on veterinary care. I spent a lot. Meanwhile, I was not spending money on feed, but I was paying for the veterinary service. I thought the pigs are not growing because maybe there could be a sickness, not knowing the feed was not right and the animals were starving like that. There was a time I had this pig, I could see the backbone of the pig, very thin like that. You can even hold it. So if you're coming into this farming, you need to also invest a lot of your time and your energy into learning the basic animal husbandry, from proper care for the animals in terms of feeding, keeping the place clean, and also making sure that they get the right nutrient they need. So the next thing also is about the market. When I expanded too quickly, now the pigs are plenty, more than I could sell them. And if you don't know me before, I was very introvert. Going out was never my thing. I never speak to people. I can decide to be indoors the whole day, not talk to anybody. By starting this pig farm, I was forced to fake it until I make it. So I faked it and I was able to fit into a situation where I was able to interact with people, to introduce my animals to them, and from there I would get connected with these people. Okay, so I nurtured this relationship with the buyers, the few ones I got. Initially, there were about five buyers that came to get the animals for me. And these people ended up bringing me extra people to the extent that when they are not able to buy themselves, they get these people to come and buy for me. So if you're also starting this, you need to also invest into relationship building as well as your customer retention strategies. Find a way to ensure your customers are happy, especially those that found themselves either accidentally or intentionally into your farm. Make sure you find a strategy to keep these people, make them happy. And they'll become the ambassadors. You will not have to go out and be doing the work again. They will come there or bring people to you. So initially, that was what happened. And like I just told you, I wasn't an extrovert. I thought I could do everything by myself. And I will never share anything with anybody at all. So me also being on this platform also, it is a way that I'm using to also build this character, to also help me enhance my social skills and to also interact with people. So that is also one of the main reasons why I'm here being very aggressive on this channel all the time. So marketing is also something you need to also invest into. But if you're able to get a few people to start patronizing you, it is now your duty to make sure you keep these people by making them happy and find ways to ensure that they're always saying something good about your business. And one interesting thing about this my customers is that after I build this kind of trust with them, now they come and I'm not talking about pricing of the animals. They don't usually argue with me, except maybe the first time buyers. They are those that come there and then we have to stress ourselves. We have to drag each other left and right. But for the actual people who have been buying from me, they come. We know how to talk about it. If I say maybe this is 5,000, they say maybe okay, let's give you 4,500. And we meet at a point. They go like that. So starting this farm business too, I didn't know anything about biosecurity. I thought, yes, anybody at all can be working in the pig farm. People come to visit me, and before I even see they have entered the farm, started touching the animals left and back. I don't even know anything about biosecurity until I got to realize that pigs can die if an infection should enter it. And these infections usually come through people or through external sources. So if you allow your animals, people to be interacting with your animals directly like that, you end up harming your farm. So it was at this point I also decided to also implement some strict measures that if you can, you're not allowed to enter the farm. Don't go close to this place, especially where pregnant pigs or the piglets are. You don't have to go there unless you are asked to do so. Usually, by the time I started, I didn't know anything about this, and anybody at all was just entering and going out of the farm at any time they want. One thing also about starting a farm business is that farming is not a get rich quick scheme. So you have to be patient enough. Don't be in a hurry to fund your lifestyle with what you have started getting from your farm. It is not enough. It will easily finish before you even realize it. So it is better for you to keep investing into the farm to ensure that the farm itself gets to a stage that it is running on its own. And you need not to put any money, but the farm will do well. That is something I also learned in farming. You need to keep investing. I started with 3 rooms, with 3 pigs, and then I expanded from there, kept adding more rooms. Whilst I was going through all this stress, I was still not getting a vehicle or even a motorbike or means of transport to get water from the stream to my site to feed, to supply to these pigs. So I had to even go, sometimes I had to go there, carry the water on my head, like the 25-liter gallon, carry about 3 of them, bring them to the farm to feed the animals for maybe 2 days. And then it will get finished. I have to go back and do the same thing. But while I was doing this, I was also planning on expanding the farm so that it will get to a point where by selling just a few number of the animals, I'll be able to get either a motorbike to help with the water, which it happened just this year. I was able to take two animals, and then they were able to buy a motorbike. As simple as that. So it means that if we are able to keep reinvesting whatever profit you make instead of rushing to spend it. Farming is not just something you can start today and tomorrow you're making the money. That is why you learn the patience in the initial phase. Learning also how to be patient in farming also teaches you and helps you to avoid a lot of scams. For instance, I'm a living testimony to this. There was a time I nearly got scammed, but due to the patient nature of farming, I was able to do some background research. And even before I could finish my research, the company had collapsed and the victims got scammed like that. When their money is gone, they parted ways with their money. But I was not in a hurry because I believed that farming was the right thing for me. And they don't give you the money at all at once, but with time, the money comes in multiple folds. So let me just go by the farming. And like I said, I didn't even finish with the research, and this company ran away with the monies of their investors. So if you want something that will help you to build your character, I think farming is one of the things that will help you to build it. Because you can't just be irresponsible. You need to be there for your animals. You need to care for them, provide for them, and also treat them. So even sometimes the money I used to buy food for myself, I have to spend this money into feeding the animals. I'll be somewhere and then like my mom, who's now the farm attendant, will call me, the feed is finishing. Maybe at that point, I'm back on a journey. I don't have any money with me there. I have to find ways and means to get money, send it to the feed shop, then they'll supply the feed to the farm, and then she'll start feeding the animals again. For her, her job is just to be feeding the animals. How I get the feed to come there, she doesn't care. You are getting it. And it's the same thing with you. If you're starting and you have maybe workers on your farm, don't expect these workers to help you with the financial aspect, especially marketing and how to get sales for your business. No, they are not going to help you. You need to do this, and you need to be the face of your business in terms of marketing. Let the customers know you. For your workers, whether you make sales or you don't make, they are collecting their money at the end of the month. But to you, the farm owner, you need to ensure that your farm is productive enough, your animals are well taken care of, and then your workers are also taken care of. It will marvel you that you'll be working with people and you are paying them monthly salary. Meanwhile, you yourself, you are getting nothing in return. But due to the vision and the right purpose for which you started your farm, you believe that a time will come, you'll be able to get all this money back. That is all you need to know. So if you are paying people and you're not paying yourself, you shouldn't worry too much. Just ensure that your farm is still moving on okay for you and keep reinvesting. You are the owner of it and you have the vision. Mostly the people we work with, they don't have that vision. I remember one time I was telling my mother about how I wanted to expand this farm. She was like, why do you want to build a big pen? Why do you want to keep more animals? There's no need for that. Just keep a manageable one to keep you to help you survive. That's all you need. You don't have to increase it. The workload is too much. But she didn't know that I wanted a way to at least employ other people in the community. But she's not seeing it. She's just focused on the work I'm doing, and she's also focused on the how she's also stressing herself in working, because she's not seeing herself as getting an assistant from another person. But to me, I am also looking at getting people to work, and then she might take her leave to also stay home and rest while some people also take over. She's not seeing this. She's just concerned about the farm expanding so rapidly. She's not happy with it. I need to slow down. But the vision I have is different from what she's seeing it. I know the purpose for which I started my farm. Until I get there, the fire keeps burning and I'm pushing it. So if you're also starting your business, one thing I also tell you is that you need to come in with the right purpose and the right mindset. The goals you set for yourself is very critical. Sometimes I feel demoralized, especially when my animals are not growing or when I have more animals that I cannot sell. Those days, I used to get demoralized all at once. Should I even give to these animals and quit? Should I even accept this any payment at all and quit? But I'll go back and look at my business plan. Like I have a very nice business plan that anytime I look at it, I get energized to go again. So I open this file, look at it, and you see that I look at my mission, I look at the vision. Quickly, the fire start burning again, and I keep myself running back to the farm to do the necessary things and to take the necessary steps that will help me get to the goal. You get it? So you need to also have this kind of business plan, and especially make your vision and your mission as well as the objectives for your farm. Make it very solid and achievable to yourself. Okay, but it shouldn't be so like something. It shouldn't be so low. Set it at a standard that you have to stress yourself a bit to get there. Because if it is very easy for you to get, there's no excitement in it. Within 1 year, you are able to reach it. No joy again. But I raise the bar very high enough. So always it stresses me to look at it in that direction. But until I get there, big farming is always what I'll be doing. So if you see me today, I would say I'm very grateful for having you here. And if it is your first time also on this channel, my name is Adena Francis, and I started my farm with 3 pigs. That is my journey. And I've been preaching all over the place, very aggressive online. And I was able to also build myself and to shy away this introvert nature in me. Just trying to make noise everywhere, to look a bit vulnerable and a bit insecure. It will help me to at least also better my social skills. So thank you for supporting me. Your comments and your subscriptions are all important to me. All I say is that you can just reach out to me if there's anything you need to know about your pigs. For pigs, I don't know what to tell me about pigs. I cannot also give you an answer. If there's anything you need to know about your pig farming, and if you're also watching this and you are not intending to start, just get to me or reach out to me. I'll assist you. I've also made a lot of free books and some paid options also. You can just go down the link download some of them, go through all that I've shared. I remember whatever I share in my books, they are what I've also learned. And sometimes they are just the practical ones that happened to me. And I just documented everything down, shared it with some people, and it helped them. And the same complaints started coming up. People entering, they face the same challenges. They asked me, I give the same response. So I realized that there was no need for me to be doing this. I should just put everything into a written form and then publish it for these people to also get it. So once you have it, before you even call me, you already have the solution at hand. If you call me as a similar thing, I just tell you, refer to that book, this page. You can see the answer there. Know what to do right, and your animals will be safe. I remember also one time a farmer told me that his animal was not being able to push the piglet out when she was following. I said, well, maybe she's hungry. Have you given her some food? He said, no. He thought the animal was not going to eat. I said, okay, you give her some small food and water. About 5 minutes, he came back and said he gave food, and then the pig ate everything and went back to start the delivery process. I said, yes, that's it. The animals sometimes get hungry and they are not able to get the necessary energy they need to do the job for you. Thank you for your support. And like I said, farming helps you build your character and saves you from a lot of scams. When you are patient and able to do your due diligence in terms of research, getting the right people and the right place to invest your money is always the best for you.